你好，欢迎，我叫 priscapfupajena。今天我将谈谈我在中国的经历。Hey guys, if you are a returning subscriber, welcome back to priscapfupajena. If you're new to my channel, welcome to priscapfupajena. Don't forget to subscribe. In today's video, I am going to be explaining all things China based off of my experience. I've been getting a few questions in my DMs on what it was like to live in China, why did I move back, so I decided to put it all into one video, so stay tuned if you are interested. I decided to leave China because for me personally, China was starting to take a toll on me mentally, and I think I was just there for too long. So for those of you who do not know, I lived in China for 10 years from 2008 until 2018. I did my high school there and I graduated from a university in China. What I learned about China, I noticed that the only job that I could really do was to teach English, which for some they could be fine, but I thought hard to myself and I'm like, I did a whole degree in business administration and there's no way that I'm gonna put that degree to waste by actually just doing a teaching job in China. So that was one of my reasons for coming back to Zimbabwe. And yeah, the other reason was, like I said, China was just starting to take a toll on me mentally, and I was just like, you know what, I'm either gonna get into depression the longer I'm gonna be here, so you know, best I just start afresh. Yes, Zimbabwe may not be the best place to go back, given that I'm just a graduate, given that, you know, it's not that easy to get jobs here, but I was just like, I'm gonna chance it, so let me give it a shot. So yeah, that's why I personally left China. I lived in China for 10 years and this was from 2008 to 2018. To be fair, China was okay. The time that I genuinely moved there, or our family genuinely moved to China, was, you know, because of work. When you move to China and you're young and you don't really know much to do with the world, everything around you just seems easy and you're thinking to yourself, oh, this is fine. It only hit me when I then started uni and I was basically all alone. It really hits you and like, damn, like this is the reality of it. And you know, between 2008 and 2014, I was in Beijing, which is the capital city, and then for uni I moved to a city called Wuhan, which is in Hubei province. Wuhan is not as developed as Beijing is, and neither does it have people who are exposed to foreigners compared to Beijing, if that makes sense. Of course there were foreigners, but it felt new again to be in China because it was just now different for me. So it wasn't all bad, but I think for the 4 years that I then went to uni, reality really hit me and I was just like, you know what, I don't think I can see myself actually settling here or working here other than the time that I'm gonna do at uni. So yeah, I think they're actually really friendly, to be fair with you, but it's not always all of them, and it depends on who you bump into, who you interact with. As being an African person in China, you will experience a lot of racism, or rather in my case I experienced quite a bit of racism, and it spread across, you know, every aspect in life, like your day-to-day life. You're not going to go a day without experiencing a bit of racism, and this could be, you know, as simple as trying to hold a taxi and you try stop a taxi because you want to go home or you want to go somewhere, and they'll literally pass you. and go to the next person, and you know, it's not a nice feeling. It doesn't apply to all people in China, but I think for the most bit, given that you are, you know, or I am African, I did experience, you know, quite a bit of racism towards me. Most of them are not, you know, or don't have much knowledge to do with us, so they'll be very, you know, they'll be very amazed as to, oh no, like, how is your hair like this? Does it grow like this? Or they'll ask silly questions like, when you bath, like, does color come off of you? Because they think that the skin color is not real, it's all dirt, you know. Some of them even ask me, you know, how did you come to China? Did you come by boat? And how is it in Africa? Like, do you live in huts? Do you hunt for your food every day? And it's like, no, I actually live in a normal house the way you guys live, you know. But yeah, I think, you know, it all has to do with them being exposed, and the exposure and knowledge and education that's got to do with people that's outside of their race. But for the most bit, like I'm saying, it's not all of them that are racist towards people that are outside of their race. There are some really genuinely nice Chinese people that I've definitely bumped into. I loved it. I absolutely loved the food in China. I have nothing bad to say about it. I'm not too fussy with my food, and I'm open to trying out different, you know, cuisines and stuff like that. But the only thing that I might actually say was not my favorite, or was my least favorite thing, was their cakes. Cakes in China are not dense. I like me a dense cake. Like, if I'm gonna get a cake, it has to be dense. I need to feel like I've had a cake. But most of their cakes are like fluffy, so they're like sponge cakes, and for me, like, no. You are going to cook for yourself at home, but the only thing that you might struggle to find is the particular ingredients and spices that you are used to. China is generally cheap when it comes to just shopping, whether it's for food, electronics, you know, appliances. Things are cheap. China is just generally cheap. If you are working there, you can be saving quite a lot, because let's say you're teaching, for the most bit, the school that you'll be working for will offer you accommodation, so that means you're not paying rent. You know, I think anywhere in the world, rent will be like a lump sum of your salary. That rent that you are supposed to be paying, you'll now just be saving up. Things only become expensive when you have, let's say, children, for instance. So, you know, you would obviously want to take your child to an international school. That's when things become hella expensive, because international schools in China do not come cheap at all. I don't think I would go back to China to live there unless I have, let's say, work that's there in China where it requires me to be there for like a month maximum. Then yes, I could. But if I'm going to be living there long term, no, I don't have any plans of moving back to China. The only thing that I could do is to visit, to go for holiday and to visit, you know, people that I know there in China. But other than that, if it's moving back to China or living there, no, I'm actually not planning to, or I'm not going to. I hope this video answers some of the questions that you guys had, but if you do have any more questions regarding China or my experience in China, please feel free to either drop me an email or drop me a DM on my Instagram, which the details are in the description down below. But without further ado, I hope you guys did enjoy this video, and stay tuned for videos which I upload on a weekly basis. I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye.